r/askreddit. Gamer girls of Reddit, what's the worst, the most disgusting thing that anyone has ever said during a game? Back in my COD days, I said something in a lobby and one of the kids blurted out, "Oh my god, is that a vagina?" Should have started screaming because your vagina was talking again and to please send an old priest and a young priest. A guy was talking about how he would suck milk out Sandra Bullock's ass with a fun straw. You know, typical gamer food. Excuse me, what? I'm eating an entire jar of mayo with a fork. And that's quite a usual gamer move. It's irrelevant, but imagine if that jar of mayo is glass and you accidentally scrape the bottom and makes that awful noise. Nobody's really said anything too disgusting yet because the Siege community on Xbox is literally just 7-year-olds who don't know what a boner is. But I've been asked how much for Gamer Girl P once and that's about it. LMAO. Anytime I play Siege it's always angry children in a Mickey Mouse voice telling me to fuck off. It's amazing how pissed off you can get these kids. Just yesterday a kid's mom heard him say fuck and I just heard a fat smack and he started crying. Well, how much is it? My sister lives and breathes Overwatch. She said she's been asked for feet pics 27 times. I'm picturing a scratch pad with tally marks next to her computer. Why is that fetish so common? I feel like I'm missing out on something. Edit. Alright guys, I get it. It's been explained to me. My ex had this dude on the internet that used to pay her for pictures of her feet in like hot open-toed slut boots and whatnot. I was all about it cause it was like an extra $200 a month for us and it was completely harmless. Some people are just fucking weird and that's what makes the world go round. I, male, was in a game where this one dude was just trying all the typical lines you read here on this one girl in the game. She wasn't having any of it. So I get on my mic and started doing sports commentary on his plays. He was not happy with me commenting on his every attempt that fell flat. I would even do replays of his lines, which was me repeating them. The rest of the lobby got a kick out of it and one other dude joined in. Eventually the harasser got pissed off with us harassing him, ironic, and he quit the game. Someone else got on their mic and said, "I don't care, that's we're behind and now down a man. Thank God he's gone." Don't worry ladies, a lot of us don't like them either. I'm so glad I have a decent group of friends online, including a lot of really good girls, so they usually roast whoever tries to make a dumb, rude, threatening comment. Back in the day I was playing Counter-Strike on the same server as my boyfriend who called me out and told me to come make him a sandwich when I made a crap move, so next round I shot him in the face and logged off. Still dating? Seems like a bad BF. Funny, I have a CS story too. My ex was a hardcore gamer and kept wanting to play games with me, probably because I was shit at most of them and it stroked his ego to teach me how to play video games. I hated playing with him because I found him really condescending most of the time. I eventually agreed to play a round of CS with him and his friends because that was a game I actually knew how to play. I chose the team opposite to his and targeted only him for most rounds. His friends thought it was funny and TBH I figured I was just returning all his shit talk since he loved being such a tough gamer guy. After I took him down a 4th or 5th time he threw a massive fit, called me a camper, and drove home without me. The relationship was dead in the water long before that, but that moment stuck with me. While I was playing a game called Ark Survival Evolved, a dude started making comments about how instead of riding dinosaurs and dragons, which is a big part of the game, I should just go ahead and ride his dick. He then proceeded to just follow me everywhere in the game and tried to lock me in his prison. All while making comments about how rape is good for stuck-up women and how I would surely enjoy it. Let's make something clear, I'm 16. He was reported to the admin of the map and kicked out after about 30 minutes. To this day, it is still the most disgusting thing I've been said while gaming. PS he continued on another map with a 9-10 years old girl. We bad a guy do a similar thing on a server my friends and I ran. He had a wife and kid and chased all the female players on the server and harassed them 24/7. Me being a lovely dude spent 2 weeks catfishing him, taking his attention off all of them. I had him believe that I was a young 19-year-old girl. He sent me pictures, told me all the things he would do with me. I took screenshots of everything, then one day rounded up all the people he messaged on the server and walked into his base so he could show it off how great it was. He turned off all his defenses and wandered in loaded up with C4 on my body and blew his base to dust while everyone laughed and watched. He was losing his shit and it was simple enough to find his wife with all the details he gave me. The last words he got on the server was me telling him I sent the pictures to his wife. Wanna head to her private chat room after this, baby? You could see my little friend. I was a 9-year-old. Little. While playing Overwatch, I was called a dumb bitch multiple times when I asked a guy to mute his mic while he took a phone call. We were contesting point and I didn't want to stop in the middle of a big push to mute him. If I had, the rest of the team would have bitched at me for not healing. Because, as a female support main, it's apparently my fault if we lose a match. I should just stay out of voice chat. I love Overwatch, but there are just some real stupid people on voice chat sometimes. From a teammate in a competitive Overwatch match. There should be another Holocaust, but, you know, with women instead of Jews. That's just one gem from an 8-minute long match where I got called a bitch, a slut, and repeatedly told that I should suck their dicks or get back in the kitchen. By my own teammates. After saying one word, hi. The ignorance and stupidity of some people is scary. Fucking whore, I'm gonna slice your throat and watch you bleed out. That's a regular Tuesday down in Florida. I heard a guy once say that the live action Avatar, The Last Airbender movie was not bad. Disgusting. What do your toast taste like? Like mayonnaise. You like your pussy being slapped? Whore. Stupid slut is letting her boyfriend play while she talks on the mic. Probably loves it up the ass. Everyone tell this bitch a slut. I've just stopped playing online altogether. It's easier. Single player games and games designed for friends are often way better anyway than the shit fest of online gaming communities. I really want to play Overwatch, but that's why I dislike online games. Hopefully you outperformed them. Genuinely believe some dudes out there have serious issues with the opposite sex, and people in general. Puzzles me how people can bring themselves to be so fucking mean, say horrible shit like that. I mostly just have the usual suck my dick or go back to the fucking kitchen or being told that I think I'm hot shit because I play games as if I don't enjoy gaming at all and just do it to manipulate men. Though bonus, some guy told me to suck his dick and I told him I was a 600-pound shut-in with broken teeth. Not really, just trying to get him to leave me alone. He said I'm still going to make you suck my dick though, so really there's all kinds of determination levels out there. Over vocal at 3 AM. Hey, what's your age? You sound like a Kevin. Those are fighting words. As a girl gamer I've heard plenty of shit, but the worst ones are honestly when people say they're going to rape me, and I'm not talking video game wise. Like actually threatening to find me and rape me. I don't think a lot of dudes get that there is a decent difference between having a dude rage at you, like yeah, everyone is going to get that somewhat online, it sucks, but it's the internet, and having genuine threats made at you of a sexual nature. From them demanding that you have sex with them, to rape threats and graphic depictions of what they are going to do, at the very least it just makes the game unpleasant to play. Like nah man, I'm not gonna play something that makes me feel like shit, I'm good. There is a huge difference between the occasional ribbing, or damn bitch you suck at this, and actual constant over and over threats. Give me pictures, I'll rape you fucking whore again and again with no prompting. And what's worse is these people are on your team. You're trying to help them win, and what do? Act like a fucking dickhead, ruining it for everyone else. It's weird, because it happens enough that I don't do online gaming anymore, but I would not expect every man to do it. It feels like it's a 30/70 mix, and because sometimes online gaming can be very toxic, it gets rampant. Edit. I would like to update this comment to highlight that this issue doesn't just affect women, but other minorities like POC and openly queer folks. It goes a bit more under the radar because it's easier to hide. However, some of the racial vitriol I've heard online has been absolutely horrific. There is a big difference between calling someone a twat for friendly fire, and calling someone racial slurs for not healing you quick enough. I do genuinely find it is a minority of online gamers who abuse badly, but those bad abuses are incredibly bad to stop people from playing the game at all. People keep wondering why it's only white dudes who play these games. I'd say it's because white dudes are the ones who get the least amount of abuse, and when they are, it's not really directed at anything about them so personally, as an attack. And even then there are plenty of white men I know who stopped playing online because of how toxic it was for their mental health. At this stage, everyone is getting abused, and while the abuse is very much of a different nature depending on your ethnicity, sex, or sexuality, the whole issue shows how toxic the online gaming community can be. If you needed to stop gaming, even if you only got a small amount of hate, then I'm glad you went ahead and took care of your own mental health. Edit 2. Because this is getting traction, I would like to say to those who are starting to make the stop being sensitive case, that I am Australian. I call people dog cunts every other day, dealing with idiots in the street. I am not averse to verbal abuse. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be verbally abused in my own home, relaxing, playing a game. You know it's super distracting, right? Sorry that I have feelings, my pals. But I'll never apologize for putting my mental health above a video game, however, and neither should anyone else. Why are you justifying the abuse of people on your own damn team? I had a friend tell me on stream if anyone deserves to get raped it's you, just completely deadpan and serious. I was speechless for a full 5 minutes and ended the stream. Needless to say we're no longer friends, lol. Recently had been gaming with a group. One of the guys started talking about how they weren't sure about the Me Too movement, going into detail. I've experienced sexual assault and panicked, needing to log off. I said bye. Couple days later, I'm convinced to join back up. Usually I play healer for this group but I'm a known Reinhardt main, I pick Rain. I'm still not feeling well, kind of quiet but occasionally joining in on minor goofs. Me Too dude snaps. He calls me a fat piece of shit. I'm just a high school drama loving bitch. He can have whatever opinion he wants. I'm a cunt for taking Me Too out on him. I stole his character. Need to be on heels where I belong. Most of the time, I don't get treated too badly in Overwatch, but this reminded me how awful some people are. He says he isn't sure about the Me Too movement, then proceeds to spew shit like women belong in a support role. Seems like any other day on Overwatch. One of the main reasons I quit the game. I've found that games with smaller communities are usually more accepting. It's when the big influx of people come in that the toxicity and misogyny starts. IDK why these types of people seem to get offended by the presence of a woman in their game. Hey, gamer tag, what time do those legs open? Man, you're the hottest damn thing. I wanna are you, gamer tag. All while humping my character. This was in Minecraft, when I was like 11. I created my own female skin, which is quite pretty. My username is Blaze23 in Overwatch. This is because my dog's name is Blaze. The problem is, I am a female, and Blaze is a masculine username. It also sounds like blazing, like the being on weed kind. So I had a guy come over the competitive voice chat in Overwatch after I had said hello. He said, "Wow. You're a girl," with genuine surprise. I thought maybe he was sexist and prepared a response, but he continued before I could, saying, "I was expecting you to be like an old stoner dude." Blazing on that 420, I had to suppress my laughter for the rest of the game. It wasn't really disgusting, but I thought he might have been making a rude comment at first, so I thought I'd include this. Hopefully someone was at least slightly entertained. Man, I'm glad there's some good ones in here. I was starting to get super depressed reading the other ones. Hell, I'm a guy, and I made the mistake of playing a female blood elf in WoW once upon a time. Loads of creepy people seem to assume you're a woman if your character is a woman. Are you a little boy or a girl? Like what? Nothing too bad, it's more annoying than actually mean. Found it rather hard when people stopped talking altogether. That hurt, but for real. I know I have to man up at that regard and learn to not be shy. I just want to be able to play a team-based game. FFS Dart. Edit. It wasn't the question itself, that's understandable tbh. But this guy didn't believe me and didn't stop calling me a little boy and talking shit. I muted him then, so no problem, but I've rather had an actual teammate who's concerned about the match and not what I am. Wait, are you a girl, Iril? I bet her fat I mean he was actually right, but it's still a bad assumption to make about women who play video games. Also had bitch and slut a lot and hoe a few times. Edit. Typo. Call me weird if you want, but I prefer to use Internet Explorer over any other browser. A vote to kick is in progress. You win. I get why you're so fucking retarded and bad at games and lol written chat. Not even close. Wasn't even that bad. In fact he was in a worse state in the game than I was. I'm kinda asking for it. It's lol. An astronomical amount of pure toxicity. Don't say that all the boys nor all the lol players are like that. Don't get me wrong. I genuinely believe that League has the worst community of any online game. Could be wrong, but it's so incredibly toxic. The amount of times I've had people tell me to kill myself is shocking. Like what has to be going through your mind to actually want someone to off themselves over a literally meaningless game? It's usually the typical get back in the kitchen. You're probably fat ugly, whore slut, girls should only play healers comments. But I've had guys say they were going to rape me and or kill me. One that stands out is this guy said they were going to throat fuck me till my jaw broke. How lovely. Girls should only play healers. I feel like we need a Rosa Parks not giving up her Genji for this one. I love it when they do the whole girls should only play healers and then when you do play a healer they bag you out for that too. So you don't heal them, they die, and then you wave at their corpse. Heal yourself jerk. That guy needs to go back to anatomy class. Specifically about how the jaw muscle has the highest C of any muscle in the human body and has teeth attached. God, you wouldn't believe. Rape threats are the worst, as a trauma survivor. Even had someone start describing what he'd do to me in detail and I had to note the fuck out. Guy gamers don't realize how easy they have it. The best case scenario when I turn on the mic is someone asks me if I'm a little kid or a girl, and then doesn't believe me when I say I'm a girl. Not me but my friend's girlfriend always gets told she sounds like a 12-year-old boy. My friend played AoE 2 in a team with 3 guys. They played for about a year together. Then they all got headsets and one of them is like, dude, what's with your voice? You totally sound like a girl, and she's like, that's because I'm a girl. Her in-game name had no indication. Funny that they played together for a year without really knowing anything about each other. I'm not actually a girl, but because of my Overwatch username people think I am a girl most of the time. I had to turn chat off. Apparently that made even more people think I was a girl. In conclusion, I realized I was right. You are an oversensitive $% who thinks too highly of herself. Who the and names themself, redacted, like a $% anime girl. Also I can tell you are a feminazi, so go watch Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson. I just didn't want to really talk to him and he hit me with this lol. To be fair, I did see a Ben Shapiro do a meme review. Playing Kingdom Hearts 3 with the excitement of my teenage years. A friend watching said to my husband, I've been watching her play and she's really only played for 10 minutes. The other 20 minutes were cutscenes. Fuck you, Dan. I've waited 15 years to play this, Dan. Eat a dick, Dan. Everyone's story is either something funny like Mayo or something horrible like I'll rape you and stuff. But those don't bug me. I guess I know when someone says I'll rape you, you're a dumb bitch. I bet your fat daddy doesn't love you, you're a whore slut, your uncle should have bashed your brains in after he got done fucking you. None of that gets to me. It's a mix of general trash talk and people trying to get under your skin. Besides, they likely aren't smart or good enough to actually track me down or hack me, dox me or anything. But the thing that actually gets me? The one that hurts my heart every time? I'm not a person. I can't have friends. I'm just a thing. People will add me to their friends list or pretend to be nice to me. We might play games for weeks, months, a year. They always catch feelings. Always. I'm an object. I'm a gamer girl. I played for months on Rainbow Six with a group of guys. We got along pretty well and 2 of the 4 had live-in GFs and the 3rd was married. I thought cool. I can play video games with them and at most, only one of them will catch feelings. Nope. All 4 of them in one way or another treated me the same way most guys treat me. The married guy just wanted pics while the other 3 tried to date me or would say things like my GF refuses to play games. I wish I had a hot gamer GF like you. If I ever say hey I can't play tonight I have Ziz they will take great offense to it. If I ever am playing with other friends or the room is full, they send me paragraphs on Discord about how they understand that they're annoying and how they're sorry for bugging me and how they understand if I want to bail and not play with them. It's a constant losing battle. There are some great guys, absolutely. But more often than not I have to either play multiple characters use multiple accounts. It happens in every genre too. FFXIV, Rainbow Six, League of Legends, even games like PUBG, Fortnite, Dauntless, everything. If it's a multiplayer game and using a headset is suggested, I'm fucked and destined to run into issues with the people I'm playing with. It ruins guilds, clans, social circles. I hate it.